when you consider just shy of 1/2 of all of the businesses in the state of California, some 48.5% find themselves employed in the category of small business. 7.1 million people employed in this state through a small business. 4.1 million small businesses specifically operating in the state of California, and a substantial percentage vulnerable to the vagaries of this current economy and to the challenges that are posed because of this pandemic. In fact, by one estimate survey recently that came out, 44% of businesses in this state, small businesses, are feeling vulnerable to the pressures of this pandemic, so much so that they believe they are likely to close in the not too distant future. That is a jaw-dropping percentage of small businesses that are looking at the prospect of a financial cliff so pronounced that they simply can no longer keep their doors open, or can't even envision reopening their doors that have been temporarily closed because of this pandemic. And it's not lost on me, it shouldn't be lost on any of you, the disproportionate number of those small business men and women that are represented in minority communities, and in particular women-owned businesses that are overrepresented in that 44% statistic. And so this is really about the lifeblood of California and its economy. It's about a sense of pride and spirit that we all have, and sense of place in our own communities, so indelibly marked by the contributions of entrepreneurs that create the serendipity that is a part of life. The ability to walk down your sidewalk, to run into strangers, to have experiences and magical moments that define an abundant life. The ability to sit there in a coffee shop, maybe overhear some strangers walking in, get a sense of perspective in your own life, a sense of context in your relationship to your life to others. Those are experiences provided by small businesses, by people that put everything on the line and take pen to paper, come up with an idea and advance a dream. And so really this is about the California dream, and this is about our embracing that dream in a more robust and arguably refined way. And so today we'll be signing 3 pieces of legislation to support our small business community. And this is part of a package of small business supports, over a dozen specific actions that have been taken over the last number of months to support our small businesses throughout the state of California. I'll talk in much more detail about a number of those actions, but I want to bring up one of the leaders, one of the great advocates in the state legislature for small businesses, someone who was a small businesswoman herself for roughly a quarter of a century, someone who understands the challenges and travails of small businesses all throughout the state of California, not just in her current capacity as a state senator in her own district, but someone who's had a broader capacity of understanding, representing the state in her former role and capacity working in the executive branch under the previous administration. And that's Senator Caballero, who I'd love to come up and in particular highlight her advocacy on a bill to create a hiring tax credit in the state of California, one of the most significant tax credits in our state history that targets the needs of our small businesses in particular and addresses the direct impacts of COVID-19 and this pandemic in effort and in order to provide more supports for businesses to come back more robustly and hire more people and have a financial leg up in that process. So with that, let me just invite up the senator. She'll talk about her bill, broader package, and then I'll walk through some of the other bills that we're signing and some of the more specific reforms that we're also advancing in the state.